Hello everyone and welcome to episode 164 of the WMMA 5 series here on the channel. It's Pride FC, Bushido in Osaka 12. Emi Fujino versus Vanessa Porto, the Women's Championship here in Pride FC. But my god, it is hard to believe there are just two shows left of this entire series. And the last women's title fight for Vanessa Porto, if she could end out her streak here, would be quite impressive. I would definitely say she's the favorite going into this fight. Some fun fights though on this card though, besides obviously the main event and Emi Fujino and Vanessa Porto, which what an opportunity for her. And Emi Fujino, that's a great opportunity. But having Forrest Griffin and Merlio Ninjahua on the co-main, pretty sick. That's going to be a very fun fight to see. Jake Ellenberg versus Luis Santos as well, no welterweight contest. Leopoldo Cerro taking on John Bones Jones. We'll see how John Jones does as far as he's so far lived up to expectations, but it's kind of crazy that, I think February or March of 2011, I'm trying to remember when that Machida fight was, he wins it all in real life, so you can maybe potentially have him win it all in February or March if he beats Leopoldo Cerro, but that'd be quite a jump, because that middleweight division is quite stacked here in Pride FC, but super excited to see how that fight plays out, because I think they're going to play off pretty well. Leopoldo Cerro is pretty good on the ground, especially on his back. So with John Jones in there, I think that's going to be a fun fight. I really do. I'm hoping for John Jones to open it up, though, standing-wise. I know he hasn't done it yet, but fuck, it's coming. I know it. And Roman Zabachka taking on Andrei Arlovsky in the heavyweight contest. And as far as that's going to be a pretty fun contrast of styles. Arlovsky does have some wrestling background, but mainly known for stand-up here. And Zabachka, of course, is strictly nothing but takedowns. As we'll probably see, he's going to go for 8 of them in the first round. Cristiano Marciello, though, taking on Jose Aldo in the opener. This is a big-ass fight, first of all. Jose Aldo, of course, was undefeated going into this last fight until he lost. This is a fun fight, though, for him. Giving up at least, as far as 6 pounds. Not like that should matter, but you never know. Against Cristiano Marciello. As Jose Aldo, though, are looking for a big win to at least, as far as get back into hopeful title contention into the next year, into the next decade as well, obviously. And the prelims, Eddie Mendez taking on Anthony Smith, and Kyoko Takabayashi taking on Michelle Watterson. It's crazy. She was just at the UFC show there this past, as you see this, I'm recording this on Sunday, so it was yesterday, but when you guys see it, it'll be 2 days ago. Pretty wild. Pretty wild. As for our main event, though, as of course, Vanessa Porto's making her 5th defense of the Pride Women's Championship, which if successful, she'll set a new record. Obviously, submitted 4 of her last 5 opponents to the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world in the WMMA 5. Oh my god, in the women's side of thing, rather. Jesus, as I was going to just say women's MMA, but that just came out to be the whole fucking game. As far as boy, that was embarrassing. When Vanessa Porto was ranked 1st, Emi Fujino ranked 3rd. 3rd time though that Vanessa Porto was made event a Pride event. 2nd time for Emi Fujino. First time they fought, Porto will have a significant reach advantage with 6 inches of reach, but also big favorite, which of course she is, because I don't know, there's a woman on this planet that can stop her. She's a fucking menace in there. But that should be a fun fight, though. Of course, Emi Fujino, to win, going into this fight, she's 3-1. She lost her debut to Kelly Cabal-Schmitz, but she beat Jessica Aguilar, Satoko Shin-Ashi, but she also beat Shayna Baszler. That was a split decision win, which, from what I remember, Shayna Baszler, she had the more takedowns, she did land more strikes, so it was a bit of a robbery, if you will, so we'll see how she does here, because that was a pretty big upset, because, yeah, you see Shayna Baszler is a minus 510 favorite, so she's pulled off the big upset before. If she can do it again here, dear God. But yeah, our 4th fight in 2010, first of all, which is crazy. There's a lot of fights. Emi Fujino, 30 years old there, 5'4". Vanessa Porto's about 5'6", I want to say. Yeah, 5'6". She's listed as a flyweight, 16-0, though, has yet to lose. Look at the names, from Cyborg to Aaron Tuffield, Shayna Baszler twice, and, Aaron Tuffield twice, Tara LaRosa, and Kelly Cabal-Schmitz. Most of them have been by a decisive finish, besides Tara LaRosa, funny enough. That was by unanimous decision, but from what I remember from that fight, it was basically a one-sided affair. Yeah, at least Tara LaRosa got a takedown, but other than that, not a whole lot happening for her. But she did stuff a lot of Vanessa Porto's takedowns, so you do have to give her that. So maybe that'll be the person to stop Vanessa Porto if, in fact, Amy Fujino comes up short again. I don't think any woman right now is going to stop her. I really don't think so. I think she has a stranglehold on that division. She can win by armbar, she can win by Kimura, she can Darce choke you, Von Flue choke you, rear naked choke you. I mean, she's got so many different ways to beat you, and she's just an absolute menace. And there's a 3-time female fighter of the year, probably will be the 4th time as well once we end out 2010. Yeah, just a menace. An absolute menace. But then Forrest Griffin, taking on Murlio Ninja Hua. 2 of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world. Murlio ranked 10th, Forrest ranked 16th. Griffin trains at Lions Den. Ninja trains at, I want to say he still is at Shoot a Box. Could be wrong. Oh, so it show it here. I don't know why I thought it'd show it there. That's alright. But, yeah, as far as 23-5, 19-5 in Pride FC. Incredible stuff here, though. Of course, former middleweight champion. As the names that he has went through as well. He's beaten Rampage, he's beaten Anderson Silva, Ron Fairclough as well, Frank Shamrock. It's crazy to think he's lost to Rampage once before, and he lost to Chuck, which I think he lost every time to Chuck except for the first time. Which that Championship Chaos 2 card is one of the better shows we've ever ran. Man, that's crazy. The Chuck was a minus 830 upset. Or a plus 660, rather, underdog. Whereas Murley was a minus 830 favorite. That's pretty nuts. From what I remember, that Championship Chaos 2 show, that's like one of the more highly rated like commercial shows we've ever done. It was like 100% from what I remember. That's crazy. And that was almost his debut. Because I think Murlio, his debut was Pride 13, which we fed him a Akira Shoji. Then he went through the Gracies, Federico, Ryan, and Enzo, and then he fought Sakuraba into Chuck Liddell. It's crazy. He didn't get his first title fight until 2004. He got knocked the fuck out. But it's wild. It's wild to think how long he's been here, but also he's probably got the most amount of wins in the middleweight division as far as actual Pride FC guys, just because he's been here from almost day one. Literally made his debut on March 2001, so he's basically been here the entire time. It's nuts to think, and he can make it 24 wins here today against Forrest Griffin. But as far as with Forrest, 17-4, 13-4 in Pride FC, just lost to Anderson Silva in his middleweight title fight. That was a tough fight, though. Anderson Silva's obviously super tough. Went the distance. Forrest Griffin broke his nose during that fight and still kept on going. I mean, the fight metrics, it was pretty goddamn close from what I remember. I think that the takedowns, he was like pushing the pace, and then once the broken nose happened, it kind of fucked everything up from what I remember. But yeah, that's crazy to think that he had a really good chance, I think, before the broken nose to have beaten Anderson Silva. Maybe he can get a win here today. Well, that'd be massive. He lost to Anderson, he lost to Vanderlei, Frank Shamrock, and then Enzo Gracie, which is just kind of, as far as wild to think he lost in his debut. But yeah, I mean, here's a guy that has thrown out a lot of big wins. He's beaten some big names, but he's also had some big-time fights as well. Obviously, more kind of rather recently. We'd love to see him in Rampage, hopefully, if you guys book that in 2011, let me know. I would like to see how that fight plays out. But Murlio is definitely the favorite going into this fight, but Forrest has a significant weight advantage in this fight, which I think is going to help him out a lot. Murlio's a pretty solid grappler, though. I'm very intrigued by this fight, to be honest. This could have been the main event for sure, even though we have a title fight. If the title fight wasn't there, that definitely would have been a great main event. Jake Ellenberg versus Luis Santos. Ellenberg is submitted, but he's finished 3 of his last 5 opponents. Luis Santos ranks 5th in the welterweights. Ellenberg's ranked 12th. Very, very close on the Black Cat stat picks. 4-3 with Luis Santos, the slight favorite. Definitely give Jake Ellenberg the advantage on the ground, and Luis Santos with his kicks. I mean, he's such a dominant force standing that he's a problem. He's a problem out there. But 11-6, Jake Ellenberg 4-4 in Pride FC. Not the greatest of records. Hasn't really gotten any type of streak going on. It's always been lost 1, win 1, lost 1, win 1 throughout the time. But he's fought guys like Diego Sanchez, Chris Lytle, Dennis Hallman. As far as all those losses are to those guys, which is unfortunate. But Dong Hyun Kim's probably one of his tougher fights that he won, and then going to probably Dan Hardy probably next. Jay Aram's probably a tough one though too, but he knocked him out in 57 seconds. So he's gotten a couple of knockout wins, though. So he does have some power. And I think it's going to be a fun fight. I really do. I think they match up well stylistically. They're both relatively around the same age. Just as far as Luis Santos, I think is a little bit better standing, but also I don't think we're in the prime Luis Santos era now. We're kind of at the fallout point where he's not that same guy. He did beat Dennis Hallman, though, rather recently compared to what we saw. And he also lost to Chris Lytle, which is pretty nuts, but also, as far as both guys have that, as far as with Jake Ellenberg losing to Chris Lytle, at least he didn't get finished, but, you get it, though. So as far as MMA math would dictate they are on the same level, we'll see. We'll be in the winner in that fight. I think it's going to be a good fight, though. Leopoldo Serra versus John Bones Jones. Dear God. This is John Jones. Significant weight advantage. 12-inch reach advantage. Jesus Christ. John Jones has finished 3 of his last 5 opponents, though. Betting favorites are John Bones Jones. He's a big favorite to win this one. 6-0. He just beat Lee Murray. Which, that fight was crazy. How he just completely demolished him. Wasn't even close. I don't even think he registered his stat, Lee Murray. Yeah, he did. Completely destroyed him. It was nuts. If he does that again to Leopoldo Serra, dear God, everybody better watch out. He'll definitely take on, I think, a top 5 guy. You got to have him take on a top 5 guy in the next year. But yeah, here's a guy that really hasn't gotten a lot of major victories. As far as the Alex Stiebling win, I was like, oh shit, this guy might be onto something. And beat Rich Franklin and beat Clever Teixeira. Then poor Amar Solioff knocked him the fuck out and kind of wasn't the same guy ever since. But this could really turn things around. I don't think it will, just because I honestly think John Jones is going to be so tough for anybody to beat. But, my God, that's a tall task. That is a very, very tall task for Leopoldo Serra, but maybe he can catch him with a leg lock on the bottom. Stranger things have happened. As Roman Savachka taking on Andre the Pitbull Arlovsky, so they have fought once before, back at Pride 40, no laughing matter. A couple of years back, Savachka won by decision. From what I remember, I could have swore in that fight, Arlovsky broke his hand. Could have swore that happened. Guess not. Oh no, he broke his wrist. That's what it was. Yeah, I remember that, because it was like the first round, landed like a powerful shot, broke his wrist, and just kind of nullified the rest of the fight for him. As, that was crazy. I think that's what happened, because he was almost on his way back. He had some tough losses against Ben Rothwell, Crow Cop, and Big Nog, which all 3 of those guys, top guys. Literally all 3, heavyweight champions, and you lose to Savachka, throws him off guard, he fights in November, gets knocked out by Russ, so luckily now he's back on a win streak, and he's still Andre Arlovsky, he's still a guy to watch out for. I think they're going to make it 18 wins tonight. I think Savachka's going to be in a bit of a world of hurt. As long as Arlovsky doesn't break his wrist or hand again, should be an easy win for him. But yeah, Savachka 4-6. He's on a win streak though. Beat Alexei Oleinik, beat Simi Gillette. Crazy. He's beaten Kazuki Fujita too. But yeah, here's a guy that we brought him in after losing to Mark Kerr twice. Then he fought Pete Williams and Fedor and Josh Burnett. Like, alright, he's probably gonna get sent back down. Then he beats Kazuki Fujita and has been able to stay up ever since. He's had good to great fights though. I will give him that. Even though he just basically spams takedowns the whole time. He's had some good moments. Cristiano Marciello, though, taking on Jose Aldo. Jose is ranked 21st in the lightweight division. Cristiano Marciello, ranked 11th. Aldo is the favorite. No surprise there. Marciello has 1 backer. Yeah, Marciello, he's done it a lot better than I anticipated. There for a hot minute, I was like, you give him Josh Thompson. Doesn't really work out. Gets a split decision win over Gleison Tebow. The TKO win over Juan de Braga was huge, but yeah, he kind of gets caught with some tough guys, though, in that lightweight division as far as Thompson and Melendez and Uriah Faber and Toby Montague. Hasn't been finished, though, by those guys. I don't think he's ever been finished at all, it looks like. He's never been finished in his career. And going up against a guy like Jose Aldo, who loves to finish fights, that's a big task. Yeah, and I think Jose Aldo's up to it, though, for sure. Oh, that's right, he lost to Josh Neer first, then Kenny Florian, that's right. Yeah, the shocking upset from Kenny Florian, too. That fight was crazy. Because I want to say, as far as, like, Florian, he stuffed a takedown, took his back, and got the rear naked choke in the 3rd round, like, before the end of the bell. From what I remember from that. But that was a crazy fight, though, too. So it's crazy. He has had a bit of a losing streak as Jose Aldo there. It's obviously something he is not familiar with, but I'm sure he's going to kick the shit out of Marcial and look to get his first win in a hot minute. And Eddie Mendez taking on Anthony Lionheart Smith. Both guys making their prior debuts on the prelim, as Eddie Mendez has finished 4 of his last 5 opponents. Betting lines do have Anthony Smith, though, as the big favorite, which is no surprise. I think it should be a good fight, though. Eddie Mendez, crazy, he's 35. Obviously came into this a little bit older, but somebody that has, as far as, kickboxing background, so it should be exciting to see what he can do with that kickboxing background against someone like Anthony Smith, who also, as far as is somebody that can kind of do it all. You're now kind of seeing the era of now. It was definitely coming of age during, like, the mid-2000s when guys were coming in, but now you're really seeing that, like, everybody that's came into, the world now of this save, they're actual, like, mixed martial artists. They can do everything, and they're just all-around incredible performers. That's going to be tough. That's going to be a tough fight for Eddie Mendez, I'm sure, because Anthony Smith, he's going to be a problem. And Kyoko Takabayashi against the Karate Hottie, Michelle Watterson. They fought before at Smack Girl, which Kyoko won by submission. That was in 2007. She is the favorite here. A 10-inch reach advantage. Jesus Christ. No wonder she won. My God, that is huge. 5'2". God damn, Michelle Watterson, yeah, she's only 5'3". She's an inch taller, but has 10 inches. Giving up 10 inches. That's crazy. Kyoko Takabayashi was made in a lab. That's all I know. My God. Well, good luck, Michelle Watterson. Good luck to ya. 8-4, 5-2 karate background, of course, for Michelle Watterson. Mixed martial arts background from Kyoko Takabayashi. She is the slight favorite, minus 250. I'm surprised it's not even higher, but we'll see how this plays out. Big John McCarthy's referee, ringside judges. Here we go. They touch gloves. Gets in close. Looking for the clinch. Obviously, Takabayashi's going to use that reach to grab her up against the ropes here. Looking for the takedown. Can't get her down. So Watterson stops that. Now she's looking for the takedown of her own. That also gets stopped. Alright, they're just going to trade takedowns. Oh, there we go. She got her leg this time. Maybe she'll sweep her. Nope, still can't get it. Watterson looking to get takedown. She does. It's a big takedown. Gets side control off of it. That's pretty crazy. Did not think Michelle Watterson was going to get a takedown in this fight. Looking for the armbar now. That'd been nuts. Gets a couple punches down to the body. Looking for mount. It's a scramble. And now Takabayashi is facing her in a turtle up position now. Oh, some big right hands. Covers up well, though, and now she's struggling to cope with those big right hands. Halfway point in the round. Oh, God. Short knee to the side of the head. Oh, fuck. I'm surprised she's still hanging on there. There's a big kick now to the body. It's onto her back now. And looking for the up kick. That would have been nuts. Yeah, another up kick again. Yeah, Takabayashi doing a good job as far as keeping her away with those up kicks. And now she's got side control. Safely trying to get the mount, but it's a scramble again. Wow, look at Takabayashi winning out on the scramble. Looking for the armbar, though. Oh, and she gets it. What a fucking fight from Michelle Watterson. Holy shit. I would actually say both women put on a good performance there. That was crazy. I'm surprised that was only rated decent. That was nuts. Yeah, well, not a lot of... she took a lot of punishment, though. Did Kyoko Takabayashi. But what a win from Michelle Watterson. Avenges that loss. Making it 6-2 now. North Country Fight Club helping her prepare for the fight. She thanks them and helping, her sponsors for supporting her financially. So it was a tough fight. Goes to show respect to Kyoko Takabayashi. But what an upset on the first fight of the card. Eddie Mendez taking on Anthony Lionheart Smith, though. This should be a fun one. It should be a fun one. Big John's going to stay out there. Round one begins. They touch gloves. Mendez with the attack. Tries to hit a jab to Smith, but misses. There's a 1-2 for Mendez. Smith was equal to it, though. Not really seeing a fighter really take a full advantage yet, just in this first minute. But there's a right hook from Smith. There's a good 1-2 from Mendez. Left jab, has the right hand taking on the gloves. There's Smith with the left jab. It finds his right cross is blocked. Left jab, right hand taking on the gloves. Nice little combination there from Mendez. And now they're engaging. Lands the left jab, misses the big right. 2-punch combination from Smith. A quick left and a straight right. Doing a good job. Left hook rather from Anthony Smith. Hits the jab. Right cross is blocked though. Engage. Oh, there's a vicious right cross from Anthony Smith off the counter after the quick left jab and knocks him down. See if he can finish him here. Stomping away. Still surviving though is Eddie Mendez. Now Smith's trying to get some ground control. He's got side control looking for mount. Gives up his back instead. Oh boy. Yeah. Blocking the hooks to being put in. Oh wow. Look at Eddie Mendez spins him over, ends up in top and guard. What in the world is going on? This has been a hell of a fight so far. And both the prelims have been on fire, and now they are standing backed up. See what happens here now that they're both standing. Eddie Mendez is starting to breathe a little heavier now. And he gets kind of a right hook from Anthony Smith. There's a pair of jabs from Smith. 1-2 doesn't land. Mendez getting some instructions from the corner. There's a curt little nod there to acknowledge it. Scores the jab, disconnects the right hand. There's a left jab, but the right hand's taking on the gloves. Pulls him into a clinch. I can't believe Eddie Mendez is already tired, though. Got him against the ropes here. Some short knees to the ribs. Looking for the sweep. Brilliant sweep. Looking for the armbar. Doesn't happen. Looking for mount. As Mendez only just rolls to get up his back instead. Trying to move him off his back. He can't. Still looking for that body triangle. Now both fighters end up just scrambling back to their feet again. Eddie Mendez is very, very tired, though. Anthony Smith's starting to get tired. Yeah, I mean, Eddie Mendez just doesn't have the stamina for a 10-round battle, and that is very, very tough for him as far as being 35 years old. You have to have that stamina if you're going to be that old in there. But yeah, that was awesome. Let's see what happens in the second. They meet in the center. Left jab and a low kick. Nice little 1-2 there. That's a good right hand from Eddie Mendez. Left jab, right hand absorbed on the gloves. There's a jab, also a kick to the lead leg. Nice little 1-2 there from Anthony Smith. There's a good right hand. There's a gash now underneath the eye of Eddie Mendez. Anthony Smith's doing a really good job, though. I would also give, Eddie Mendez some credit. Okay, there's a nice little jab. He's hanging in there, as far as hits him with the right crosses Anthony Smith out of that. Now they're looking to get some dirty boxing going. I don't know if Eddie Mendez is going to be able to go out there for the third round. So he's getting fucked up here with some knees to the ribs. There's an elbow to the face now. Big John's going to stop the fight to check on the cut. It's only minor, though, so they're back on their way. Yeah, Smith still getting into the deeper reaches of the gas tank. 2 counter jabs from Smith. There's a right cross from Eddie Mendez. 2 left hands on the counter. There's a jab and a straight right from Mendez. Smith looking for another trip takedown. He gets it. And that would be the end of the second. Yeah, Anthony Smith's won this fight. If Eddie Mendez can catch him out of nowhere with a big-ass shot, maybe he'll get the win, obviously. But man, what a fight this has been. This has been an incredible prelim. Misses the right cross. Here comes the counter with a left jab and a good right hand from Smith. They engage. It's the right cross. It's blocked from Smith. Misses the jab. Also doesn't hit the right cross. Yeah, it looks like they just have nothing left now. Yeah, they're just kind of swinging for the fences, and they're missing wildly here. They fall into a clinch. Smith trying to get some close-range shots in, but yeah, it's going to get smothered up against the ropes. Got him with some short punches to the side of the head. Knee strike to the stomach. Looking for some more dirty boxing, but again, as far as not trying to get caught, is Eddie Mendez, but he's getting some knees to the thighs. Now a sharp right to the ear. That does not feel good. There's a nice short uppercut, though. Nice knees to the ribs. Big John's going to separate them. They come together. There's a nice little 1-2 from Mendez. Good right hand from Smith to end out the fight. Hell of a round. Again, if both guys super tired, put on a great effort. I would have loved to see Eddie Mendez with a full tank of gas, but man, that was really good. That was a really good prelim. Yeah, that was awesome. Anthony Smith, though, making a 4-0. 5-2 for Eddie Mendez. Tough fight, though. He didn't get finished. Don't give Eddie Mendez that. He wants to take on, rather, Dan Miller. Wants a fight with him. Probably be a particularly good contest, he says. Dan Miller's a traditional middleweight, so that's going to be interesting. If you do book that fight, because obviously the size advantage there is a little too much for him. On to the main card, though. Cristiano Marciello against Jose Aldo. Hopefully they can continue that great momentum we just saw. Both Brazilians here, as 20-6 so for Marciello, 9-2 for Aldo. Obviously the experience for Marciello should play into a factor here, but again, I just think Jose Aldo is just too much for him standing. Big John staying out there, though. They're underway. Marciello hits a left cross, and there's a powerful right hand from Aldo, and he knocks him out cold with it. My God, only took 2 strikes. Technically, only 1 from Aldo. 13 seconds is all he needs. His 10th win, making that 10-2, as he thanks everyone connected to Guzman Shudo for having him prepared for the fight, and his sponsors for supporting him financially. What a win for Jose Aldo. Up next, Roman Savachka taking on Andre the Pitbull Arlovsky, 25-15, 17-10. Both Sambo guys with the boxing background, of course, for Arlovsky. See if Arlovsky could avenge that loss. Is Big John staying out there again? 4 fights in a row for that man, and they touch gloves. Yep, here comes Roman Savachka looking for the takedown. Brilliant sprawl, though, from Arlovsky. Again, Savachka's trying to get another takedown going. There's a straight right hand that lands hard. And he gets the takedown, though, but he's got a guillotine. Arlovsky looking to get the guillotine on the way down. Pulls free, though, doesn't have it fully sunk in. And yeah, a little lay and pray here. We knew that was going to happen. It's not pretty, but a single underhook allows Arlovsky to force his way back to his feet. That's pretty awesome. See what we're going to do off the clinch. There's some dirty boxing now. Good stuff there. Savachka might get caught, or yeah, he might get caught against the ropes. He does so. There's a knee to the side of the ribs, knee to the thigh. Goes to the ribs, then the head with short punches. Knee strike inside his own knee now. Halfway point in the first round here. Looking for a takedown. He's got another takedown. There's a shoulder smash to the face and the upper chest. Another shoulder smash. Looking for a scramble. Not enough time, though. Was able to secure side control. Savachka with a knee strike. But ends up being off balance, so here comes a scramble. Oh, sorry about that. Roman Savachka ends up holding a waist lock behind him. Pounding away. A few shots land clean, but a couple of them go through. Here comes a scramble. And now Arlovsky's on top of north-south. A couple of elbows to the midsection. Blocks the transition. Guard with some elbows again to the body. Not really doing a whole lot of power, though, behind those. But now Savachka scrambles. He comes out on top. So he ends up winning out on the scramble. Another single underhook. Allows Arlovsky to stand back up. And he's got him again up against the ropes. But he gets out-wrestled this time. Look for the slam. Savachka slams him down. What a first round for both guys. Savachka probably did a little bit more as far as obviously with takedowns and landed more strikes, but I will say Arlovsky did land a couple of more powerful shots. Not that I don't think it's really going to matter. I would still probably say Savachka won that first round, which is a crucial fucking round. See what Arlovsky does here. Fails on a combination in with a attempted roundhouse body kick. It's a beautiful uppercut though, and he knocks him down with that uppercut. Beautiful stuff here. Arlovsky looking to finish him here. Big John's going to pull him off of him, stopping the fight. Arlovsky gets his rematch win, revenge win, uppercutting him to the heavens, and what a win for Arlovsky there. 49-second knockout in the second round. 18 wins for that man. And Savachka, just tough break there. Had a great first round, just got caught. And he wants Tim Sylvia next. He still wants to fight some tough guys. I respect that for Arlovsky there. Yeah, that'd be pretty sick. That would be sick. As our next contest, Leopoldo Cerro, John Bones Jones. So far, this card has been pretty electric. Hopefully, we keep it going. See if John Bones Jones will make it 7-0. Minus 450 for the favor. That's fucking crazy. Big John McCarthy's out there again. Cerro, though, is just going to get fucking dwarfed by John Bones Jones. He's here with the reach, with the size advantage. He's just not touching gloves either. There's a spin kick that misses, but lands the jab. Ooh, kick to the body. That was the setup. It gets caught by Cerro. Let's see what Cerro can do with this. Gets the takedown. Oh, but the guillotine from John Jones on the bottom. Again, pulls his head free so it doesn't get caught. See what Cerro does on top here. Was not really expecting this. For a few right hands. Yeah, John Jones on the bottom is something that you don't really see a whole lot. Not really going his way. Big John's going to stand him up, though. Now Cerro looks like he's about to shoot in, but John Jones was faster. Clinches up with him against the ropes, but Cerro wrestles him. Look at the second one to the guard. Does so. I don't know if that's a good idea. We'll see, though. Some minor strikes. Yeah, can't get Jones off him there. Looking to pass. He does. He got side control. Oh, boy. Trying to pull guard again. I don't think that's really happening, though. Keeps him against a few quick strikes. Some quick elbows now without doing too much damage. Interesting first round. Because, yeah, Cerro technically should have 2 takedowns. With how that should go. But just kind of is what it is. Literally a strike difference. But, yeah, that was a pretty solid first round for both guys. I would say Cerro probably should have won that round, if I had to guess. But that was a bit of a snoozer, though. Let's see what happens in the second. They move up close, looking to attack. 2 left hands, the body kick from John Jones. They clinch up. Cerro's the aggressor. Again, sucks him into a guard. Looking for the armbar from the bottom. Jones does a good job on not allowing that to be happening for him. Because, man, that would suck. Lose like that. As just clearly slowing things down here. As Jones looking to get past half guard to scramble, though. Jones is up first as he leaves a leg in, though, so Cerro quickly tries to grab it. Yep, and he fails to do that, so now turtled up facing Jones. That's a terrible spot to be in. Went for the leg lock. Went for the soccer kick down to the body. This John Jones, jeez, I can only imagine how that would have went, but luckily he scoots back up. And there's a takedown from John Jones. That's a great takedown in and out the second round. And, yeah, just wants to make sure he doesn't get caught with the submission in and out the round. Yeah, I mean, it sucks against Cerro. Technically had a takedown, but they don't count it. Yeah, just tough break there. Because you'd have to say John Jones, if he has a great round here, he's probably going to steal the fight. Cerro takes a chance to clinch up with him, looking for the trip. Not happening, though. Cerro now might get wrestled down to the mat. He does so. Belly-to-belly suplex. Holy shit. Pulls him down. There's a glancing elbow strike. Now looking for the arm from the bottom. Can't get it, though. That would have been crazy. Trying to get past the guard. And he does so. He's got side control. He can never get him out, though, it seems like. But he's just going to catch him. A couple punches to the body. Doesn't want to get caught. And I think John Jones did enough there. They'll make that 7-0. Yes, he does. Tough break for Cerro that they don't count the actual suck, the takedowns. Because that would have been 3 to 4 on takedowns. So he would have had more takedowns. He still would have got outstruck, but still. I mean, going for the arm bars from the bottom of every round was a good call, too. He just couldn't catch him. It's a tough break for Leopoldo Cerro. I think he did a good job. And what he was going to have to win was going to be from the bottom on the ground, and that's exactly what he tried to do the whole time. He just didn't get it. Just unfortunate for him. But 7-0 for John Jones. He thinks everyone connected to, he doesn't have a team. That's why he's taking all of his sponsors, all of his fans, family, and supporters. He praises Leopoldo Cerro for the toughness. Is now Jake Ellenberg versus Luis Santos. 11-6, 20-11, minus 190, plus 110. The closest fight so far on the betting line. Hammer House for Jake Ellenberg. Minotauro team for Luis Santos. As we do have a new referee, I believe. Yeah, Dick Nugu is our referee. Ringside judges. Round 1 begins here. They come together and strike. Santos misses the body kick. That would have probably been the fight ender there. Missing with the right hook. And now Ellenberg misses the right hook and gets countered with a quick left jab and a solid right. Boy, and again, misses with that right roundhouse kick to the body. Ellenberg isn't at the right hand either. So far, we're seeing some great counter striking here from Luis Santos and Jake Ellenberg, as both guys are bobbing, weaving out of the way. And now Ellenberg is trying to steady his opponent, misses the right hook and gets countered with a spin kick to the body. Oh, and there's a glancing blow with a high kick from Luis Santos. It doesn't connect with the 2 jabs, but it also doesn't connect with the right hand of the body. Right hook's blocked. Counter-attacking does Santos, dodging the right hand, but narrowly misses the head kick. That probably would have been the fight ender there. Oh, there's a kick to the rib cage there. Left kick to the rib cage. That's going to definitely stun you. Is well off target with the head kick again, and gets punished with a great right hook. So that's a great job. Oh, and he rocked him with that right hook. Ellenberg moves in with a big right hand, knocks him down. Let's see if he can finish him here. Looks like he will. I think Nguma's got no option to stop the fight right there. Jake Ellenberg, what a win. Crazy that fight was only rated average, because that was, I know they kind of missed a lot in the beginning, but once Ellenberg landed that big shot, it was all she wrote. Great win. Great win for Jake Ellenberg. He wants to fight Carlos Condit. Good luck with that. Carlos Condit's a fucking savage. As, thanks everyone connected to Hammer House, helping prepare for the fight, and sponsors for supporting him financially. As our co-main event, crazy we're already here, as Forrest Griffin taking on Murlio Ninja Hua. 17-4, 23-5, plus 250 for the underdog, and Forrest Griffin minus 300 for Murlio. Yuji Shimada's referee, ringside judges here, even though they weighed at a 205. Forrest is probably fighting around 215, 225. Murlio, though, is looking like he was angling to get some grappling going, but couldn't take the initiative. Griffin throws a quick 1-2. Doesn't land either of them, though. Hits a jab, no power behind it at all. Misses with the strikes in the combination with a head kick. That would have been crazy. Murlio looking for the takedown. That's not happening. Forrest is a tough guy to take down. I get the trip here. Still not happening. He's going to keep on going for it, though. Now Forrest has a potential takedown here. That's not happening either. Oh, Forrest gets him. How about that? Got side control, too. Catches him with a couple punches to the body. Again, a couple punches to the body here. Attempts to pull guard. Again, a few right hands. Looking for the knee, but Murlio squirms away, so it's only a glancing blow. Yuji Shimada wisely stands back up. Griffin again, looking to get him up against the ropes. He does so. Looking for another takedown. He's got another takedown. Well, what a great first round for Forrest Griffin. Murlio looking to scramble, though, and Murlio gets a waist lock now. He's got back control. He can't bully Forrest Griffin around. That Forrest is too big for him. Now he's trying to block the attempt to break free of the back control. Murlio looking to take him down. He does so. He tries his hardest to block it, but he cannot deny it, and eventually gets taken down, though. Murlio's on a turtled up. Oh, now it switches attention to the legs here. Looking for the twister. Oh my god, that would have been nuts. It was a mistake, though. His lose control is now forced with the scramble. Listen, he went for the fucking twister. What can you say? He's a man that's going for my heart. He's trapped against the ropes, takes a sharp stomp to the foot. Ooh, grabs a leg here, Forrest, looking for another takedown. It's another one. It's not pretty, but he gets him at the end of the first. He's got 3 for 4 on takedowns. Didn't land a single strike, did Murlio, and, just went for the twister. That was kind of his big thing. Really his only thing in that round that he did. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better round for Forrest Griffin. We'll see what happens in the second. They come together and over-under. Forrest is the aggressor. Nice knee strike to the side of the stomach. Some more Big knees to the side here. Now Merlio out-wrestles him. Got him. Yeah, well, still can't keep control. Force is a big fucking guy. I mean, he gives a lot of these guys problems for his size alone. He's a big motherfucker to be moving around. Got him against the ropes now. There's a hard foot stomp. Looking to take him down by his opponent's legs. It's ugly, but he's got him. Turn it up on him. Looking for the Darce choke. That would have been sick. Doesn't get it done, though. Merlio for the scramble. As Force is on his back now. So let's see what Merlio can do with about a minute on being on top here. Just firing away with some punches. Not really doing a whole lot of damage, if any damage at all. He landed a lot of 11 strikes. Force had the takedown. That's a tough one. I would probably still side with Force, but if you give it to, large bruise developing there on the side. Probably has a cracked rib. And, man, Forrest Griffin might pull off the upset here. Jab hits home and hits him with a right cross. Griffin doing, using a brace of left jabs while backing away. Just doesn't want to get caught, it looks like. Forrest looking for the takedown. He's got it. That's a big takedown. Big takedown. Looking for the leg lock now. Where they're doing a good job of keeping his guard tight. Looking for the arm. That would have been nuts. Trying to get past the guard now. Here comes a scramble. Oh, there's Griffin getting his back taken. Oh, no. Minute left. Oh, Forrest has the back. Never mind. I thought, they're looking for the rear choke nonetheless. Not going to happen. He's going to be your winner, though, by unanimous decision, unless somebody fucks him over here. He does not get fucked over. Forrest Griffin, your winner. 18-4, and you got to give that man a title fight. That is for sure in 2011. 18-4. Though, I mean, just crazy to think he lost to Anderson, but then beats Merlio. Just crazy. Absolutely crazy. What a turn of events for that man. Poor Merlio, though. I mean, that's his second loss in the last 3 fights. The TKO loss to Fabio was real tough to see. Yeah, that's just that's brutal. It's brutal to see. It's crazy to think he beat Anderson the first time around. I kind of would like to see that fight again, Anderson and him. Because that middleweight division is just so goddamn stacked. Can't really have a bad fight at anybody, but man, he is pumped. He thanks everyone connected to Lions Den for helping him prepare for the fight. His sponsor for supporting him financially. Forrest Griffin says he's having an after-show party. And a local club invites everyone to drop in. Fuck yeah. Just partying it up in Bushido. Partying it up in Osaka. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, Forrest Griffin. Our main event, the Kamikaze Angel, Amy Fujino, looking to pull off the upset of all upsets here against Vanessa Porto. She's got the streak on the line. She's got perfection. She's got her belt on the line. So much to lose, and for Amy Fujino, so much to gain. Shooter box for Vanessa Porto. God, that's going to be tough. That is going to be tough to deal with. For sure. Pride wins title on the line. Big John McCarthy's back out there for our main event, and here we go. Porto tried to go for a takedown, but Amy Fujino took the initiative first. There's a left jab and nothing but air on the big right. It's a big straight right hand there. There we go. Looking for the takedown, though, as Porto doesn't get her down. Got her against the ropes, so now she's got to get the takedown, yeah. Well, now she's in Vanessa Porto's world. See what happens here. Blocks her as he tries to sweep from half guard. Not happening either. Is looking to catch her breath. Porto's content just to come punches to the body. So as Amy Fujino tries to sweep Porto, but he can't. But she can't do it, rather. Jesus. As Porto throws a few right hands, she takes a moment to plan ahead. In half guard now. Porto catching over the couple of punches to the body. Big John's going to stand him up. Man, if Amy Fujino ends out a combination from that high right head kick, that could be all she wrote. Brilliant sprawl for Amy Fujino. Quick punch doesn't land it, though. And now Porto gets a hold of her again, and she gets another takedown. Armbar for the bottom here. Oh, Vanessa Porto defends it. Amy Fujino going for it again. Not happening. Just throwing a few strikes here. Chloe's very clearly slowing things down. Again, Amy Fujino looking for the armbar for the bottom. She's going to keep on going for it. I mean, listen, you got to do something. She's going for broke here. I'm loving it. Amy Fujino jabs wide, hits the straight right hand, and there's a large gash on the forehead now of Vanessa Porto. How about that? The Kamikaze Angel opens her up. Minute left. See what happens here. Fails the final jab. Hits the right hook, though. Porto with another takedown gets pushed down to her hands and knees. Went for the fucking soccer kick. That would have been nuts. See if the cut man can stop that cut. As, yeah, Vanessa Porto, I mean, she's doing enough to survive, but man, you gotta be back in the Kamikaze Angel after that first round. What an impressive display there. She opened her up. See what happens here in the second. As Porto looking for a takedown, she gets it. And she's probably gonna keep her down there, but Amy Fujino looking for that armbar again from the bottom. Short, sharp punch to the side of the head. Amy Fujino throwing on the bottom. Oh, come on, Big John. You got to stand him up. Fujino looking for it again. Now they finally stand her up, and she's just going right for another takedown. And Porto's going to take her down again, and not the second. That's a tough break for Amy Fujino. Final round. She's got to go for broke. There's a straight right hand. Fujino with the clench. Got her up against the ropes. Well, nope, that's not happening. And now there's the takedown. Ugly, but ultimately gets it. And, oh, God, she gets up sharply. See, Porto's looking for a vicious soccer kick to the head. As Porto doesn't let herself be driven back, she gains down position in the grapple. Another takedown. Got the back, too. If she gets the hooks in, it's going to be all she wrote. And she's got the hooks in. Well, Amy Fujino, you had a great chance. Great chance. But just could not follow it up after that first round. 17-0 for Vanessa Porto. As another successful title defense posed for photographers and at the belt around her waist. My God, what a win. 62 for the critical rating. I wish that was a little bit better. I feel like they kind of shit on the Forrest Griffin-Murley fight a little bit, but it is what it is. Also, I think they kind of shit on the Vanessa Porto. I don't know. Maybe decent's probably a good call, because that first round was great, but the rest of the rounds, not so much. But yeah, I mean, the prelims were awesome. That Anthony Smith fight with Eddie Mendez was awesome. Awesome. We'll give a performance bonus to Jake Ellenberg, Forrest Griffin. I guess Jose. The big knockout. Yeah, Anthony Smith and Eddie Mendez had a great fight. Give them both performance bonuses. And just like that, we're down to one. Our final show will be ran next Monday. And then it will be it as far as for the fights. We'll do a kind of an epilogue episode, if you will. We'll go through all the stats and whatnot in the following episode. And then, well, we'll see what happens from there. As we'll talk about what the future holds for WMMA 5 on the channel on that episode. But for now, it's a celebration of what will be a phenomenal Shockwave card. I'm hoping it's phenomenal, because that is going to be some massive fights on that show. Gam McGee making his debut in a heavyweight title fight against Big Ben Rothwell. Going to be a banger. That is for sure. And we'll catch you guys there next time. Take care, everyone.